All right, it's your boy Zeoxys, the legendary one, and today we're going to be doing a Camp for Your Own World top 10 tier list. Now, a lot of you guys enjoyed the Thousand Year Blood War one. I'm actually glad because a lot of you guys did have like opinions and stuff, which is what I wanted you guys to do. I wanted you guys to input your opinions on what character should have been there and stuff like that. But do keep in mind that that tier list was like more of my opinion, like my own top 10, not really like in general top 10. And it's gonna be the same like this one, right? I'm kind of doing what if you guys know who Nanogenics, he kind of did this with all units in the game for Dokkan Battle. But I didn't even get this idea from Nano. I just found out he did this video, I think yesterday, 2 days ago. So this video is basically off of the Nano video, but the video before was just my own video. So technically it's my video, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, today we're going to be doing Camp for Your Own World because somebody actually asked if I can do this same video for Camp for Your Own World, the same tier list type one. So again, this is going to be my top 10 personally, but I'm going to try to make it a general statement as well, obviously. So before I begin, make sure you guys subscribe and like, and if you're new, I don't know, I just said subscribe and like, so if you're new, enjoy the video, I guess, and watch the ads because that makes us money and that money gives you guys giveaways. Actually, I plan on doing a giveaway and like streaming soon, maybe. Not every single day, guys, calm down now, but I plan on streaming again. But we're gonna see, because Camp for Your Own World, like when it came to Thousand Year Blood War, I kind of already had it in my head what I wanted to do in terms of the placements, but here I'm lost. I don't know who I would say the best Camp for Your Own World unit is. I mean, I think I do know who I would say. Like I think I have it. So we're gonna do what we did with Thousand Year Blood. We're gonna start from 1 and go down to 10 instead of 10 all the way to 1, because I can't put it in. I don't have like a list of the order and stuff like that. This is just gonna be random, not random, but like it's just as I go. So obviously in 1 I'm going to put Bankai Shuhei. I think easily Bankai Shuhei is the best Camp for Your Own World unit. Now you can definitely argue Tokinada or Shinji, which are, I'm just gonna spoil it now, these two are in the top 3. So 1, 2, and 3 are in top 3 for sure for me personally. You could argue these two are better than Bankai Shuhei, especially Tokinada, because he's like he's basically Masaki on without like the hidden enemies and stuff. But I think Shuhei performs a lot better than Tokinada personally. Well, not performs better, because Tokinada, I think Tokinada performs way better than Shuhei actually. But I don't know. I think personally for me, what puts in number 1 is how nasty, how much damage he can do, how efficient he is with it. I mean, Tokinada is efficient too. Like low key, I would put Tokinada higher than like Shuhei, if we're being honest. Because let me just pull up like BBS Sim real quick. If we compare, like, Tokinada real quick has let me just filter it by, or I'll just search up the name. Tokinada. If we pull up Tokinada, he's like what? He has flurry, he has guard break, and he has a boost with transformation, which is crack, because it's like when you use your soul bomb, your boost resets and you can use it again. You don't have to wait 32 seconds or whatever, you know what I mean? Because you're not having like a strong attack cooldown, right? When you're using a NAD character, you're having NAD. So having the boost to reset the time instantly, use it again when it runs out, and then when your transformation runs out, the boost also resets again, makes Tokinada definitely like one of the better units in the game. Top 5 heart units indeed. So I will put Tokinada higher than Shuhei, because Shuhei is cracked. He does have the nullify melee resistance, which is going to be good in a lot of the like harder content and stuff. But I think just in general, having that transformation, I mean, and he also has weaken on everything. I think Tokinada also does too. No, yeah, I think he does actually. But he also has the defense down thing on it, but it's only on his ultimate. If this, I personally don't like it on the ultimate, because you can only use it once or twice in a match. But if you look at someone like Thousand Year Blood War Askin, he actually has this as his second strong attack. I would prefer that over the ultimate any day. So yeah, I guess I will put him higher than I'll put Tokinata higher than Shuhei. In 3, I'm going to put Shinji. Now, you guys probably want Shinji higher than Shuhei, but I cannot give it to Shinji. I cannot say he's higher than Shuhei only because, what's it called? His ailments, basically, right? Oh, I didn't even put a name. Shinji. Right, his ailments, right? It's confused on everything. If I say this all the time, this is how confused works, right? When you confuse somebody, they still go after you, but they're able to, like, when they hit, and if there's an enemy, like another enemy in front of the person or the enemy that's confused, that confused enemy can hit the enemy, like their own people. If confused worked, like if you got confused off and the enemies actually turned around and went to go fight the other enemies, like creating a wall, stopping you or stopping them from attacking you, I would think confused is actually just the most broken thing ever. Because you, especially if like they had confused with a vortex and it worked like that, imagine what would happen. Imagine if they had eyes in the vortex and confused, and when you proc confused, the enemies actually just turned around, completely ignored you, and fought the other enemies. I think that'd be broken. Especially those monsters that want to roll up on you, them damn Arankars. I'm telling you. The spinny ones too, bro. That would be so broken. Like, that would be so... I mean, I guess against the Arankars, this is kind of cracked. Because the spinning ones, right? Those spinning Arankars, if they're confused, they do hit their own enemies. Which is good, which is actually really good, but I think really it's just confused for me. But he does have power attribute, captain, strong attack damage, and he does do more damage to confused enemies, but I don't really think confused. I think confused is actually the worst ailment in the game, but it's fun. So 1, 2, 3, we have that done. Okay, now we're in like more of the hot seat, but I think I kind of know what I'm going to do. So I think in 4, I'm going to put Hikone. Power Hikone is a powerhouse. Power Hikone, this is the only Can't Fear Your Own World unit that I don't have, that I kind of wanted. Right? Not like must want, or like must, like, how do I say? Like, I want him like crazy. Like Bankai, Shuhei, Shinji, Tokinata, I wanted those characters like crazy. Well, not really Tokinata, but Shuhei and Shinji, I wanted them like crazy, but I guess Hikone was kind of like Tokinata for me. I just kind of wanted to have it for the flex. But it's fine that I don't have him because I use Lele Baro or Rukia all the time for power units, so I would never use him, to be honest. But Power Hikone is cracked. I think he is one of the better power units in the game easily. Definitely no question about that. He definitely puts out the numbers. He has insane strong attacks, and he just built different. He's built different. In 5th, I think I'm going to put Can't Fear Your Own World Holly Bell. I think easily this Holly Bell, well, okay, it's kind of hard for me. Let me just put them in the order here. I'm thinking between these 3, right? I want to put Fukushima here too, because Fukushima is, even though he is a PvP unit, he is insane in PvE too. He's not that bad in PvE. I'm telling you guys now, he has Drain, so he's not bad in PvE. He can actually auto and stuff. And with a Vortex, with a boost to Vortex, with Drain, he's actually decent in PvE too. So you can auto him too. So it's basically between these 4 for me. So basically these 4 are on the list guaranteed. I think I'm going to put Holly Bell though. Holly Bell is a nag. I think if Holly Bell was range, I would put Holly Bell higher. But Holly Bell is a good auto unit. She has a shield. She definitely can get numbers done. And I like her because she's like, even though she's a melee NAD unit, or she's not a melee, she's an SP unit, but even though she has NAD, or her NAD is melee, her strong attacks have range to it, like range to it. Like her first strong attack swims her from one area to the enemies and like just creates a whole area for her. Her second strong attack makes a shield which attacks everybody in the area, and then her third strong attack is a full screen. So like this Holly Bell definitely is very good. One of the better tech units in the game too. I still think till this day top 10 easily. But yeah, I think I am going to put Kujo in 6. Kujo is a NAD range NAD character, which is that puts him higher, like on top of like a lot of things, because I prefer range NAD characters over melee NAD characters any day. It just in general, I prefer SP characters over NAD characters, because it's like how I see it is NAD characters, they're only meant to use their normal strong attack, while you can have an SP character use their normal strong attack, not do as much as a NAD character, but with their SP, like basically with an SP character, they're able to use their full kit. You can still use the full kit with a NAD character, but ideally, or like most of the time, you're not going to be using their strong attacks. You're only using their NAD. So I don't really like it too much for NAD characters, but Cujo is an exception. He's actually very insane. He's very fast in terms of his NAD. It launches very quickly. Like when I used him, I was so stunned. I was like, wow, holy shit, bro, this guy's insane. But yeah, I definitely think Cujo is one of the better Camp Fear and World units in here. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, or who you guys would put on your Camp Fear and World list. But on to the next. I'm going to put Fukushima. Right, like I said earlier, I already talked about Fukushima. Even though he's a crack PvP unit, he is insane with PvE, having Drain and a Vortex boost, which is going to be good if you want to auto PvE content and stuff like that. He could definitely heal himself up, and actually, does he have Drain on his like boost Vortex? Let me just see. Fukushima. He doesn't have Drain on his Vortex, but he does have Drain everything else. Well, it's not that bad. He has Long Reach, which is good. He has, this is Brave Battle, so it doesn't work. He has Berserker 50%, Bruiser 20%. This is what I don't understand. Why do they give NAD characters higher Berserker than Bruiser? He has Flurry, though, and Poise, and Weak in Defense, and Enhancer. Like, I think he is definitely, like, stop. I think he's easily a god tier. Not god tier, but he's, like, a very good PvE unit as well. Even though he is PvP based, he is a good PvE unit. In 8th, I'm gonna put Mayuri. Definitely one of my favorite Camp Fear and World units. Like when I went on Tsukishima's banner, I wanted him the most. Right, I wanted him the most. When they reran this banner like a couple months ago, I got super lucky. First multi, I got Tsukishima. Second multi, I get Cujo and Mayuri. I got all three of them in 2 multis. Like, what? Bro, I was so happy. That was, what, 200 orbs? Because I think it was 50, then 150. So in 200 orbs, I got all these guys, and I took their orbs, which means I got refunded. That's why I say all the time, BBS has the best mechanic in terms of getting currency. Because you summon, you max out a character, and you get the currency you spent to get that character, you get it back. And it's not like you can only get this from 5 stars and 6 stars. You can get this from 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. Like, it's actually insane. And resurrected characters, they give you orbs again for resurrection. So I think BBS has one of the most cracked mechanics in gacha games where they feed back the currency, honestly. I think in 9 though, I'm going to put, now this Grimjaw, a lot of people are like, why isn't this Grimjaw higher? I would actually say this Grimjaw is higher than Mayuri for me. Maybe Tsukishima too. I don't want to say he's higher than Cujo for me personally, but I would say he's higher than Tsukishima in PvE, or just in, like, I would say he's better than, no, I think, I would put him higher. I think I would put him 7th. So I think it's like this. This Grimjaw is cracked in same purple unit, and stuff like that. He can get the job done, and he does numbers and stuff like that. And the last one, I'm going to easily put, if you look at everybody here, there's only one character here that I think guaranteed should be on this list, and that would be mine, Hikone. This Hikone is outrageous, does the numbers, could literally teleport across the screen with like a flash step and you wouldn't see it. Like insane unit. Actually, I think I'm going to put her higher, or him higher than Mayuri too, right? Because I really love using this Hikone so much. I want this Hikone 5-5. Because in mind, he can't really get used as much as I want to use him, because obviously Grammy is right there, and I'm telling you guys, I wish Grammy was the best mine unit in this game. But I do think this is my top 10 Camp Fear and World tier list. I do think this is actually correct for me personally, in terms of how I feel about Camp Fear and World, and what I would prefer to use over who. Like, I think in general, I guess I would prefer, I think I would prefer Tsukishima, like to use Tsukishima over Shuhei, but I do like Shuhei more than Fukushima. Tokinada, I would prefer Tokinada over Shuhei, but I do like Shuhei more than Tokinada. I would use Shinji. I like Shinji more than Tokinada, but in general, I think this is the order I would use the characters more. So I would use Tokinada the most, Shuhei second most, Shinji third most. Like, I think this is the order actually. Honorable mentions, honestly, this Sunjui here, to be honest, I love using him. He's actually insane. Loopy is like not a cracked out unit, but obviously just because of the Kaneki weapon type thing he has. Literally the only reason, bro. Sanosuke, at first I hated Sanosuke, but after using me, he's actually a fun character. Personally, I think so. This Neliel, I love using her whenever I'm able to. Same as Bargon. Like, I think these are characters I think. Kenpachi, if you thought Kenpachi was making this list, you're silly. I hate this Kenpachi with a passion, but he's better than Quincychigo. But anyways, you guys, again, let me know down below what you guys think about my top 10 Camp Fear on World list. Yeah, Camp Fear on World list, and let me know who you would put on this list and who you would replace in terms of the order number, or who you would add on to this list. So yeah, I'm Zeuxis, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out later. Peace.